And today, a very, very interesting topic, something that is honestly not discussed a lot. And definitely, you will not find any content on this in English because this is, I haven't found anything when I was also, other than what my mom and my family and my guru told me. I've also been looking for information, but there is none. There is in regional languages, there's information in regional languages, but there is not much in English. So this is indeed a very rare broadcast, okay? A very rare broadcast where in English you can get to learn about Somvati Amavasya, something that is so sacred and so auspicious that the Pandavas waited their entire lives to do penance on a Somvati Amavasya. But somehow Providence did not allow the Pandavas the opportunity to offer penance, do tapas during Somvati Amavasya. What is Somvati Amavasya? Som is Monday, Somvar, and Amavasya is new moon. So a particular new moon that occurs on a Monday, that is known as Somvati Amavasya. And it is such a sacred journey of cleansing karma, getting rid of curses. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you remedies for every astrological sign. Now, if you are following the remedies, it's best to do ascendant and moon sign. So, if you're Leo, Scorpio, then you do Leo, Scorpio. I'll get to that at the very end. But before that, we are going to discuss Somvati Amavasya. Then I'm going to give you a ton of salt remedies. Something as simple as mota namak or rock salt can change your life, can change your vibration, can change your energy. So, and why you should never ever keep salt in a metal container like stainless steel, and that it can be very detrimental to your individual energy as well as to other people in the family, and you can bring forth much suffering. So today's video is going to educate you on how to use salt, not only on Somvati Amavasya, but how to generally cleanse your energy, be free from suffering, woes and worries with something as simple as salt. You don't need to spend a lot of money, you don't need to do any of that. Just a little bit of salt in a glass container. And of course, we are also going to discuss something very interesting with cloves. Cloves, spice magic, because the spices are laden with the energy of the divine. And spice divination, spice magic is actually very, very powerful Padvati we've been using in Tantra Shastra and Shabadi Sadhana forever. Spices are an intrinsic part of ritual and activation. Now people may say that, these are for consumption. So why are we using them on rituals and wasting them? Now the thing is that consumption is one kind of energy usage. We carbon-based life forms know that very well. We turn sugars into carbohydrates and energy. So, and sugars and carbohydrates into energy. So the thing is that is one kind of energy usage. But don't forget that every single herb, salt, spice, they're all laden with mystical potencies. And by using them in different ways also ensures success in magical works. right? For instance, when we do digbandhak, okay, and during a puja, during sadhana upasana, then some people throw rice around and form a circle. So that rice protects them from their sadhana being disturbed or things like that, you know. Many ugra prayogas are done with a salt boundary. Boundaries are super important. Lakshman Rekha. So a lot of such stuff is done with salt and boundaries. Again, we spoke about Satavisha, the circle boundaries. So even in Wicca or voodoo, they use salts. They use salts to cordon off energetic zones like, you know, don't step out of the circle, right? So salt is oftentimes also just sprinkled all around your house for protection. So little things that you can do, you can greatly benefit. But first we must learn the do's and the don'ts on Somvati Amavasya. There are other, today Somvati Amavasya, but the next one is in 17th of July. And the next Somvati Amavasya is on 13th of November. So you are going to get whatever you learn here, and then Somvati Amavasya keeps coming back. So this video is going to tell you what to do on those Somvati Amavasyas. So at the beginning of the year, you can just get a Pancha and check Somvati Amavasya, and then you can mark those dates. It is rare. It is rare. And when there is a new moon on Monday, be ready to receive Shivoham within, the energy of Shivoham, the essence of Shivoham. Alright? Now, very powerful day for Shiv Upasana, Om Namah Shivaya or Lingam Abhishekam, as well as Bhairo Upasana. Very powerful day to do Bhairo Upasana. And now water abhishekam anybody can do, and as I've already told you that you don't need to have a lingam also. If you want to worship and you want to look for, like say you want to worship numerous deities, right? So you want to do Shiva, you want to do Bhairo, you want to do Tripura Sundari, you want to do Tara, you want to do Matangi, then my suggestion to you is to get a Shrimedu. Because every single energy operative that you can or cannot experience directly resides in the Medu. But proportions must be correct and Pran Pratishtha must be done. And establishing rituals also have to be followed. So I have copper Shri Medus that have been shipped all over the world to many people, energized. So if you are looking for a Shri Medu, because on the Shri Medu you can do Abhishekam to Shiva. You can do Ganesh Puja, Tarpanam to Ganapati. You can do Matangi Puja, you can do Tara Sadhana. If you have the Shri Medu, you can embark on this journey. You don't need to buy separate idols, tons of print out, tons of pictures. You can just concentrate on the Medu. Everybody resides there, everybody. So, simple abhishekam on the lingam or medu with water, anybody can do. Of course, we are going to get into specifics of the science, but just take water. And today I'm also going to tell you that Pancha devta puja. This is another whole topic. Now, this was introduced by Shankaracharya because Hinduism was getting divided, you know, and Buddhism and Jainism and all of this. New religions were recruiting people, and people, you know, because the Brahminical system had become oppressive. So people were en masse leaving Hinduism because there was just no direct connection to devta anymore. And at such a turbulent time came Guru Shankaracharya, and he introduced the sacred tradition of Pancha Puja. Doesn't matter you are a Shakta, doesn't matter you are a Vaishnav, it doesn't matter if you are a Ganapati. You should do Pancha Devta Puja. So what is that? Very simple, lingam, water, avahana mudras. You can just say it in your mind that I invite you, sthapana mudra, and then just pouring the water. A copper vessel like that, Always use copper. Don't use brass or anything. Always copper. And then you just pour on the lingam. Alright, and then in the beginning you say Om Ganeshaya Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Vishnave Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Shivaya Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Durgavai Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Suryavai Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Panchadevabhya Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Dashadevya Palebhyo Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha, Om Panchadevabhya Namaha, Esha Gandhe Namaha. Alright, and then Namo Sa Chandana Bilva Putra Patra Pushpanjali Nama Shivaya Nama. And then you can offer, after you've emptied out the vessel, then you put sandalwood, you put whatever, then put bay leaves, then put datura flowers, datura fruit, or whatever you can get, all of this kind of what Shiva loves. Blue flowers. So this is definitely something anybody can do, alright. Pancha devta puja. This is a quick way if you're a grihasti and say you don't know what puja to do. This is what you need to do. I don't know who my Ishta is. How will you know if you don't know about this? How can you like characters in a movie or a play if you don't know them? You've got to know the characters in the play, right? Then you're like, okay, I picked this character, I picked that character. But how will you say the Mahabharata? How will you know Karna is your favorite character if you don't know what Karna has done? So one of the quick ways to associate yourself to deity is to know about them and to know about the options available. Who is Ganpati? Who is Vishnu? Who's Shiva? But at the end, the wisdom and discernment must be there that they are indeed all one. There is no segregation. Yet we are individual egos, we segregate. So because we are, we make God in our image. So because we segregate and we cannot conceive of the Parabrahm, that Param Shiva, that we give attributes. And whatever attribute appeals to you, that is your devta, right? Now in movies, in Hindi movies, you've seen that when someone's doing sadhana, that the devi or devta will appear and saying, hello son, I'm here. But it doesn't happen like that. Siddhi doesn't work like that. People talk about pratyaksha darshan. Pratyaksha darshan is not how the movies have us believe. Pratyaksha darshan happens when that deva or devi is awakened inside of you. When Ganpati awakens within, then you have pratyaksha darshan of Ganpati. And then of course, because everybody can't work in abstraction, so that's why the Pancha Devatas have been segregated. The Dasha Mahavidyas are not separate Devis. They are in fact one mother power, one goddess. So this is something we need to understand. I have already given Deepti. Come on, eyeing, I've told you. Eyeing with making mudra on Sahasrar after wetting your Sahasrar chakra. Very simple, eyeing, right there, the crown. And eye and tilak firstly of sandalwood. And eyeing like that. Non-stop, 20 minutes a day. Forget competitive exams, you will be able to tap into an infinite wisdom. Infinite wisdom. So, we were talking about vrat. Many women today on Somvati Amavasya keep a vrat for their husband, for his progress, for his success and health, of course. So, that's possible to do. And if Many people do Nirjala Upavas, they don't even take water, but honestly, if you can't fast and it makes you sick, then don't do that. Just have fruits or just stay away from really heavy food, and definitely don't eat fish or meat or eggs or garlic and onion today. No tamasic food, no fighting with anyone, no getting into a fit of anger today. Okay, and this is not just for today being Somvati Amavasya, but every Somvati Amavasya. If you manage to follow these rules and do what I'm telling you, you will be successful in averting many disastrous situations, complications, obstacles. You'll be able to get rid of. And vrat, if you're interested to keep, and if you want to know more about how to do vrat, then email me, okay? I have a PDF, hello, I have a PDF on how to do vrat for husbands. It's at $11 on Somvati Amavasya. Especially if your husband is, kind of like going through problems, legal cases, health, you can do that. Now in Skanda Puran, it is mentioned that Somvati Amavasya is the best Amavasya. Somvati Amavasya is one of the best Amavasyas for all kinds of spiritual work, but not for grihasti things, okay, like getting married, no, not a good day. Buying a new house, no. Making a big purchase, no. Donations, yes. Feeding a black dog, or any dog actually, just one roti, yes. Super powerful today, super powerful. Tarpanam, Pitri Tarpana, Ganpati Tarpan, yes. These are things you can learn. If you want to learn Ganpati Tarpan, drop me an email. So, like I said, that the Pandavas in their lifetimes could not experience Somvati Amavasya. It must have come in their lifetimes, but they possibly missed it, or they couldn't do the vrat. Something or the other kept happening with them. So now that you can have a Panchang and you can know at the beginning of the year and you can mark your calendar. So you know okay, these days are available when I can do all these remedies and really boost myself. Boost myself. This is a boost the universe gives you, simple. So bathing in the holy Ganges, of course, any sacred river, all rivers are sacred. So bathing in, I have a book on Ma Kamakhya. If you're interested to buy, I have a book. So you can drop me an email. It's 900 INR. If you're interested, drop me an email. You can buy that book, and I've got a lot of videos on Ma Kamakhya as well. So yeah, and also Chaitra Navratri is gonna come in March 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Right now I don't remember, but very auspicious time to do Devi Sadhana. So this is the time that if you haven't learned Ganpati, then learn Ganpati and be prepared for Devi Sadhana in Chaitra Navratri. So drop me an email if you want to know more about these workshops and the pujas that I offer. Now don't eat meat. No tamasic food. That means omission of garlic, omission of onions. Preferable diet today when you break your fast, if you're doing vrat, is sabudana ka khichdi. Sabudana ka vada you can also have, but please no tamasic food. No tamasic food, okay? Wake up very early today, very early, and take a bath. I mean, not just today, any Somvati Amavasya. And if you've missed out, I mean, a lot of you are in America right now waking up, and it's possibly very early for you. So make use of this time, learn all of this, apply some of these remedies today, and see how your life changes. See how it changes. All right? Take a bath, head bath especially. And what I suggest is, what I do, I take a regular head bath with rice water. Very good quality organic rice that you soak in water, and every day you take out a glass and you just wet your hair in the morning and ask the rice water to connect you to divinity. It will not only connect you to divinity, it will also make your hair look luscious. Look luscious there. All right. So wake up early, preferably Brahma Muhurta. Preferably Brahma Muhurta today or any other Somvati Amavasya, okay? And please, no sex. And I'm not talking about premarital sex, no husband-wife interaction today. Sorry. No sex, no booze, no ciggies, nothing. No traveling, no doing dangerous things, no going to dangerous far off places, no traveling like I said, and no oiling the body or the hair today. Okay, no oiling. That's very important. No nail cutting, no hair cutting. All right, no nail cutting and no hair cutting. No fights today. Absolutely. If somebody is out to fight with you, step aside and move away. No fights, because remember, now next book I told you is Bagalamukhi. Dhumavati will be after. After Bagalamukhi, I think I'm going to get into Bala. And please support the book by pre-booking. And drop me an email to pre-book. All right, it's at $15 Bagalamukhi book, pre-booking. And when I release it, the cost will be $30. So drop me an email if you're interested. So no oiling the body or hair, you got that, okay? No nail cutting, do not cut your nail. No hair cutting, okay? No, thank you. No hair cutting either, please. No haircuts today. No haircuts on any Somvati Amavasya. No nail cutting today. No fights, jealousy, no cutting trees, please. No cutting trees. And women do not open, or even long-haired men actually, don't leave your hair open and go out after sunset. Because today, the nakaratmak urja, or the negative energy, is very, very potent, and it can come inside of you. So how to convert that nakaratmak urja into sakaratmak urja, negative into positive, we'll discuss that. But don't insult elders, seniors. If you're going in the bus and you see an elderly man or a pregnant lady or elderly grandma standing, please stand up and offer your seat. If you can, buy an elderly person some food, homeless elderly person some food, or whatever you can do. Just do something for someone without an ulterior motive, without expecting something in return. Just something nice. All right? Now do's. Do's is stay silent as you can. Let silence envelop your being. Speak less today and think before you speak. It's very important. Speech and non-stop chanting of Shiva mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And you don't have to keep chanting it in Vaikari or Upangshu. It can just happen in your head. Or Rom, 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 Rom. Or Reem, Rom, Namah Shivaya. Reem, Rom, Namah Shivaya. or Hom Jung Sa. Om Hom Jung Saha is also correct. Om Hom Jung Sa. So any of these mantras should be going on in your mind, ajapa, all the time today. Or just you can even say Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. And feel the sound of Shivoham penetrate through your 7 chakras. Shivoham, breathe deeply today, deeply. Now, a vrat can be kept on Somvati Amavasyas. Vrat. Married women can offer milk, kumkum and akshat to peepal tree. So, banyan tree, if I'm not mistaken, peepal, yeah. So, doing that will be very beneficial for married women who want to help their husbands. Now, offer at the end of today, as Somvati Amavasya concludes, there are many wish-fulfilling mantras that I have given. Many wish-fulfilling mantras on my channel. Alright, check that out. So, at the end of today, everybody, if you feed 1 loaf of bread or 1 chapati, like if there are many dogs, of course not 1 chapati, but 1 chapati per dog. And if you can just sprinkle some mustard oil on it. A lot of people don't fill it up with mustard oil, the dog can get sick. Right? So we have to be practical when we think of all these things. For instance, for Ketu balance, you have to add sugar to the roti, jaggery. So you can't feed sugar or jaggery to a dog, they can get sick. So now that we have information, it becomes our responsibility to adapt and tweak the remedies that the ancients have given us. So if they're saying mustard oil has to be added to bread or roti, then you don't have to smear it with mustard oil. Just take it. Mustard oil is Shani devta. So just feel, even in 2-3 drops, Shani devta resides. Just a sprinkle like that on the roti and offer. You don't have to lace it with mustard oil, or you don't have to lace it with sugar or jaggery, alright, to feed to the dog. This is a holistic way of feeding remedy food to the dogs. Being an animal lover and vegan, I always like to include such things in my videos because, we have accessibility to information. Like, what the dogs can consume or the dogs can't consume. If you give them sugar, they go into septicemia, So all of this, not septicemia, I think septicemia is when you cut yourself. They go into that anaphylactic shock. Maybe that is the correct word, I don't know. But now let's talk about salt magic. So salt magic targets Rahu and Ketu. Alright, Rahu and Ketu salt magic will target. Also, what salt does, as I told you, mota namak like this, in a glass. Never keep salt in your kitchen in a steel container, please. You're just mixing Saturn and Moon. Now, these are Vastu Lal Kitab Prayogas and is not known to many people. Because many astrologers who do astrology kundli don't delve into Lal Kitab. Lal Kitab is a very esoteric system. So these basic things from Lal Kitab, if you can follow, it will change your life, right? Many people have done, in my natal chart reports, I offer 1 Lal Kitab chart reading also. There's 7 to 8 charts that I offer in my extended reading, main reading. And most students come back to me with a Lal Kitab remedy and they're like, this is something easy, this is something we can do, and they do it and bam, it works. Even more than gemstones sometimes, just Lal Kitab remedies that you can use, like real life things, like salt, like glass bowl, is something you're going to have, right? No matter where you're from, you can be in China, you can be in Sweden, you can be in Africa. It's not like an Indian puja saman that you have to go to a shop to buy. This is available to you. So if this is available to you, this is something you can use, right? Why not try it, right? It's very inexpensive also. So, salt magic. In fact, at a time I used to energize salt, and I used to tie them up in different color cloths for planetary balance. And you will not believe. And people used to hang these potlis that I used to make. I stopped making all that because, now coronavirus came and I don't see people face to face anymore. It's all online pretty much. So all these Totkas and Prayogas I stopped, but believe me, it really works. Say you have a cloth like that and you energize the salt and whatever essential oil, herb you want to add to it. After the Prayoga is done and the puja is done, you just make a potli like that. And then you tie it with a red thread or a black thread, whatever is suggested to you. And all you need to do is just hang that outside your front gate. And you will not believe how people have benefited from just this simple prayoga, simple totkas. So, soul sucks out the negative, the nakaratmak urja, and makes it sakaratmak urja. Alright, so that's very important. And Lakshmi's blessings can be had with salt on a Somvati Amavasya. Alright, so Lakshmi will bless us, and also it brings a Vastu balance. Salt in different corners brings Vastu balance. So this is something we'll also talk about, different prayogas and different Vastu things about salt also. Now, there are 4 kinds of salts, of course, but 2 kinds of salts that we really use in prayogas and tantric prayogas, lal kitab prayogas, are mota namak, this, and it's not edible. Mota namak and sea salt, as well as black salt. Black salt is really powerful for curse removal. Alright, so in fact, I will give you another very good suggestion from Lal Kitab, old ancient Lal Kitab knowledge. Say you've cooked food, right? And you are now tasting that food and it's like, oh, there's no salt. Never ever add, there are many actually, but Lakshmi cannot be appeased without Ganesh puja and Ganesh Siddhi. So if you don't do Ganpati with Lakshmi, you will not get benefits. Simple. So as I was saying, let's not get diverted that you've cooked food and there's no salt in your food, right? Don't start sprinkling salt from the top. No, not white salt. Sprinkle only black salt. Because if you start sprinkling salt like that, you can create a lot of energetic disturbances with your food. Your food can become poisonous energetically, and you may consume it and nothing will happen to you because you're in dense physical reality, but there are repercussions to these things. So another good totka or prayoga, like not tantric prayoga, real life prayoga, do not sprinkle salt from top. From somebody who studied the Lal Kitab for over 2 decades. Do not sprinkle salt from on the top like that. So only black salt can you sprinkle from the top. Kala namak. We use kala namak a lot in prayogas. We also use mota namak the most. And for Mangal balance, for Mangalic people, we use sea salt for prayogas. And Mangalic people can see a remarkable improvement in their lives if they use sea salt in certain ways, cleaning the house, taking a bath. We'll get to the ways. Now today on Somvati Amavasya, it's early morning for you. A lot of you are in America, I know. And one thing that I'm not selling Rudraksh to any overseas student right now. So I'm getting a lot of emails about Rudraksh, but I'm not selling to overseas students. Why? Because I can't send Rudraksh. You have to have an export license. I just discovered all of this. So please, if you're in India, only then drop me an email about Rudraksh. I cannot help you otherwise because I can't. I can source the Rudraksh, but beautiful. You have woken up in the Brahma Muhurta, or maybe you have still not slept. If you still not slept, then it's not good. Do not stay up so late. You have to wake up at Brahma Muhurta. Today Nakaratmak Urja will come. If you sleep and sleep and sleep, Nakaratmak Urja will come. Negative energy will come. Curses can be revived today. So clean your house. It's 4 a.m. there. Many of you are at different places and it's early morning. Just cleanse your house with Mota Namak, this rock salt. Alright? See how it forms chubby crystals like that. Alright? Now you just put a clump of that like that in your cleaning water and you clean your house with it. Right? Make sure it's not clump. You don't leave clumps around. Make sure it's all mixed in the water and then you start cleaning. And you clean with your mop, and you watch the energetic change. It's 1,000 times more powerful than saging your space. And nobody talks about it. Cleaning your house with Mota Namak. Simple prayogas spiritual people of India do. Simple things. Now, another thing. Never consume salt from a sinful person. Or your enemy. Somebody hates you at work, right? You can consume sweets from them, but don't consume salt from their hands. If you know that someone's a very cruel kind of a person, they engage in acts of cruelty or somehow a cruel person, tamasic person, you never take salt from their hand. You don't eat salt in just about anyone's house. Definitely do not take, because if you do that, you take their energy and your life becomes hell and you start imbibing all those negative traits. So be very careful who you consume salt from. Alright, salt, it's very important. And also another thing is, if you are offering salt to someone, like the neighbor comes and rings your bell and says, hey, can I have some salt? Don't do this. No. Okay? You keep the salt on the table like that. You say, please, take it from there. Do not hand salt over to someone like that. Okay? It's not good energy. And be very careful who gives you salt and whose house you eat salt from. Okay? Be very careful. Now let's come to the real life Totkas that I'm going to tell you now that you can do. So get a glass, all right, and fill it with a pinch. Fill it up with water, clean drinking water, and put a pinch of salt. And keep this in Nerit cone, which is southwest of your house. Not at that small pinch, maybe a teaspoon. Okay. So fill it up. It can be a pitcher, and if it's a pitcher, then put. Say you have a huge house, all right, and you have many people who live in your house, okay, many people, elderly people, grandparents, uncles, aunts. You have a huge house, right? Then you need a pitcher. But if you have a normal size place, then 1 glass will do, a tall glass. Fill it up and add 1 teaspoon of salt. Of course, if it's a pitcher, you'll have to put almost a handful, maybe, yeah. Nerit cone, southwest, all right. And then light a bulb behind it. Even if you have an LED bulb or some LED light, just light it behind it. And keep this LED bulb lit in the Nerit corner of the house in a glass of water. And keep changing this water. Keep changing this water every week. All right. Now, for instance, if your child keeps falling sick, all right? Thank you. If your child keeps falling sick, right? Or you fear that, someone's done some prayoga on them, black magic on them, then just take a hand, teaspoon of mota namak and rotate it on their head clockwise. I just did it to myself. I took a salt bath in my tub as well. I soaked in salt, mota namak today, and 2 chunks. And also the salt remedy, you just take it in your hand and you just move it around clockwise in circular motion, and then you just flush it down the drain or you throw it out of your house. And do it to every, not just your child, do it to yourself, do it to your husband or your wife, do it to your elderly parents. This is called nazar utarna. And nazar utarna, can anybody do nazar utarna? If one's not spiritual, they may not be able to actually cleanse the energy, but namak by itself has its own, potentiality. So, no, you need mota namak, okay, because thin namak will not have this potency. So, this is very important. Nairit Kon, remember that, you can use this one only, the mota namak only. You use for bathing, simple. Just put 2 huge chunks in if you're soaking in the bathtub, or say you had a shower, right, and you don't have a bathtub or you don't want to get into a bathtub, then just fill up a mug, or if you don't have a mug in the house, just fill up a tall glass and put at least 1 teaspoon of salt, and then just stir, and then at the end of it, just put it all over you, and then you can put fresh water and cleanse it out. Visualize all the blackness leave, or the darkness leave, or the bad thoughts leave, or the doubts leave. Of course, that is how you charge crystals. I mean, whoever gave you the crystals should have already told you how to charge it with salt. It's very, very important to do. But you can't soak the crystals in salt because crystals can lose that. There's a way to do this. Now, so you've understood this totka of 3 times. It's called nazar utarna, right? You keep a clump in your hand and you just 3 times clockwise motion, then flush it down. Now, if before you do this, if you can just take a moment to say gang, 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 or just say Om Namah Shivaya. So you take the salt in your hand like that, apply Bhairav Mudra, Om Namah Shivaya. 3 times like that, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Then close your hand and set the intention that heal my child if your child's sick. If your child had some disease in the past, and even if it's gone away now, you can keep doing this remedy once a week, right? And then you just, every Amavasya you can do this, every Amavasya, right? Every Amavasya. You set your intentions after you do gang, 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 or Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Set your intentions that if you're doing this for your father and your father's suffering and he's elderly from dementia, clear his mind, clear his mind, clear his mind, set intentions. Visualize on the salt, just cover the salt actually, just send heart energy to the salt with your intention, okay? And feel the intention in your gut. And then you send the energy, then go to your father or to your brother, or so say suppose someone's a drug addict in your family and they're trying to change, they're trying to recover, or somebody's a recovering alcoholic, or someone's a sex addict. Works very well because nakaratmak urjas are then eating up your Swadhisthana chakra. So salt even placed on the Swadhisthana chakra for a little while, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, can really help. Of course, if Lakshmi is your Ishta Devi, you should chant every day. It's not on Amavasya or on thing, every day Ganpati, every day Bhairav, every day Devi or Ishta, whatever, every day. Not only Amavasya and Purnima, every day. And then you just turn it around, Nazar Utarna, right? I'm doing it to myself now. So, like this, all around. Don't drop any, all right? All around, and then just chuck it out of the house or flush it down. You can flush it down, okay? That is called Nazar Utarna, and it is possibly the most effective. And if a spiritual person does this Padvati, it actually is super powerful. Super powerful. Nazar Utarna. No problem. All right, now we did the thing, and this you have to do for 3 days. 3 days, okay? 3 days. This Nazar Utarna thing, you do it for 3 days, and if there's somebody sick, or if somebody comes back from the hospital, if you move home, okay, like you've shifted to a place, you should wash that new place with mota namak before you move in. And then as before you move in, right outside your front gate, you should do the Nazar Utarna, throw the salt, and then come in with your right foot. Alright, for Grihasthis, always right foot in your new house, or even when you enter your foot. People who worship Lakshmi, always right foot first, okay? Now, for sick people, very ill people, okay, you make them lie with their head to the east, right? The head, if they're lying on a bed, the head should be to the east, right? And then, in a glass bowl, exactly like this, keep mota namak on top of his head. So say this is his bed, your dad, your mom, anybody elderly, if your husband's sick, if your child's sick, wherever they're laying, if there's no way to keep something, right, like a table, or like some kind of, some kind of stand. If you can't place it there, then put it right next to where they are lying down. If you can put it like if they're lying down, right behind them, that's super effective. All right, and just keep it, right, keep it there, and change the salt every day, and make sure not to leave this salt and use it for anything else. Flush it down or throw it out, okay? And this works wonders for sick people. Or say if you've just had a disease, say you've just healed this, say somebody has a problem in the house, is undiagnosed, nobody can diagnose it, there's no prognosis, this, very powerful. Now glass and salt, this cements Rahu, but glass and this steel containers, never keep salt in your house in a steel container, please, never. All right, even sugar, no. Okay. Now, if you put salt in stainless steel, it becomes a mixture of Shani and Chandrama. So it's like a Sade Sati. Why would you want to do that? Don't do that, man. Always keep salt in a glass jar, preferably see-through glass jar, mason jars, airtight mason jars as they are called. They're very, very effective. I used to make my candles in mason jars. Very, very effective. And another very powerful totka that anybody can do is put a handful of rock salt in your WC, wherever you sleep, in your WC every night without fail. Just keep this as a lifelong practice. Keep this up, alright? So, and always close your bathroom door. Always close your bathroom door. For me, it's not always possible because my cats keep going and coming from the bathroom, going in and coming out all the time. So I have to, leave a little bit of the bathroom open. But what I do is I always put the lid of the WC down. After I've sealed it with salt, I put the lid of the WC down. Say if you have an elderly parent or an in-law who goes to the toilet at night, you can't keep the door closed. So in that case, you block your WC with salt, you bind the energies there, and you just close the lid. And don't flush. Don't flush the salt down. Let the salt sit. Got it? Now I'm going to tell you a very, 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 very nice totka. In a glass bowl again, fill it with salt, all right, today or any other Amavasya. Somvati Amavasya, it need not be. If it is Somvati Amavasya, yes. Yes. So today people who are waking up early can do this. So this is, fill it up with mota namak like this and then take 5 cloves. So a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cloves like this. Alright? Set your, and this is for abundance and money. So set your intention that, may abundance flow into my life. We're holding them both separately. May abundance flow into my life. May I share with others. May I create abundance for others. I always pray for that. And then you put the clove on top like that and then you mix it up in such a way that the clove is hidden. The clove gets hidden like that. And the cover. And this you've got to keep on the south corner. In the south corner of your house. In the south corner of your house. Alright? This bowl should be preferably white like this. Glass. Yes. This Totka I said in an old video. Okay, I completely forgot. I have made salt remedy videos actually. I have, I think. I'm not sure. Or in the new moon, full moon reports, I've always spoken about salt remedies because believe me, it works like crazy. Oh. Now, so this is something, south corner. The other one, the one that I told you to fill up the glass of water and to put salt, that was Nerit corner. Yes, every day I'm trying to do this. I know it's a big ask from myself, but and I have everyday articles to submit to Hindustan Times. I have shoots every other week, and I have to prepare for those shoots for my Tata Play and all that, Tata Sky. But I have committed to myself that this is a lot of information that I'm unable to disseminate, And I've already got so much content, I just have to put it out. If I don't take the time out to do it and make this time, it's not going to work. And even if it doesn't reach a large audience today, it will find the people it needs to. That's all I am worried about now. Worried is not the right word, but you get the point, right? So it's very hot and I don't want to put on the fan or the AC to disrupt the sound. So in spite of all these obstacles, I shall create this content. There's just a lot of stuff to talk about. This is just, imagine one Somavati Amavasya and it's already 1 hour I'm blabbing. And I'm not even gone through like half of my notes. So, thank you. So listen, now let's get back to the discussion at hand. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. First and foremost, people joining new, don't put salt in a steel container in your kitchen, please. Glass container, mason jars, see-through high quality glass mason jars. Alright? I'm trying every day, not once a week, every day. So I've got so many nakshatra videos that I have to do. I've got all these combination videos that I started, sun, moon, ascendant combo. So yeah, I'm gonna, do it. And I think this is a good time because it's the afternoon time also for me. So there's a lull. I write in the morning. My yoga, writing, client pujas, meetups happen in the morning. Then there's afternoon time. Unless, of course, I have a client who wants this afternoon slot. Yeah, but let's see how much I can. Let's just say, let's just say that I will do this. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of changes coming right now, man. A lot of changes are coming. So, and also this is an offering because my Sadhisati is speaking. So it's an offering on my Sadhisati as well to Saturn, to my Pitris. That again, this is all this information that I've got inside, in my bosom, so to say. and it's time to just put it out there. So let's get back. Don't so we spoke about okay, another important thing, don't sprinkle salt on top. White salt cannot be sprinkled on top, causes Rahu dosh, causes nakaratmak urjas to penetrate your food. So only black salt can be sprinkled from top. Only black salt. Alright? So keep that in mind. Now, okay, for cup, okay, sea salt, I said. Sea salt is used for Mangalic people. So Mangal Dosh people, you need to use sea salt in your diet. You need to bathe with sea salt. You need to keep a bowl of, thank you. You need to keep a bowl of sea salt. Yeah, actually my YouTube earnings had become next to nothing. I make nothing practically, like a couple of $100. But now I have not even been paid from YouTube for this whole month, because I think you have to reach a threshold and then you get paid. And I don't think I even cut the threshold to got paid this month. So because I have not been able to come and make these videos, yeah, like literally making nothing from you, just like zero money. So that is quite disheartening with YouTube, you know, that put so much time, but there's no reward for it, except of course you guys watching. That is like literally the only reward that I have. There's no financial reward to YouTube. There's no kind of, you know, wait, I can expand myself either unless I want to buy a ton of subscribers. Most of those subscribers will be bots, and I don't want to do that. I want to have real people who, even if my channel stays at 25K forever, I want real people. I don't want to fill it up with bots. So there. Now couples, Mangalic people, we said use sea salt. Okay, you want to know more, you're Mangalic and you want to correct your dosha with salt, drop me an email. We can do that. Now couples, fighting. If you're fighting non-stop, bickering with each other, fill a mason jar with rock salt. Again, and keep it in your bedroom right close to where you sleep. Trust me, it works. Just salt by your bedroom. If you keep it, the fighting will stop. Okay? Try it out. For sickness, I told you, for Nazar Utarna, to everybody should do today. Everybody should be doing this today. No matter which time zone you're in. Say if you guys are at work, people in India right now. Okay, it's afternoon. You guys are at work, you go back home, you watch this video, you do Nazar Utarna, and you do this for 3 days. So, aaj hua, tomorrow and day after. You've got to do. Alright? Now, the thing with this that you can create a shield around your whole property with rock salt. So again, on any Amavasya, you take the rock salt, you charge it with mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Gang 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 Gang, whoever's your Ishta devta. And then just go around your property, sprinkle little bit. You just, porcelain is okay. Porcelain is okay. Absolutely okay. Clear glass, I'm saying, because then there is no color that is distorting, and you don't know which planet can be beneficial. Say you do white and it's Venus, and maybe you don't need to put white, maybe you need to put it in a black ceramic. So things like this, you know, you can do it in porcelain, ceramic, not a problem. But see-through glass or see-through mason jars will help you retain that, just the salt energy. It balances Rahu and Ketu, remember that. Now, couples, we've figured out how to create a shield around your property. If you buy a new property, if you buy a new place, this has to be done. If you buy a new car, this has to be done. Alright, now again, another thing that you can do is wrap this mota namak in, oh yes, Himalayan pink rock salt. Again, it's you can sprinkle from top. Nice you brought it up, because I said white salt you can't sprinkle on top. Remember, pink Himalayan rock salt you can sprinkle on top. Make sure, don't do this, don't make this mistake, and never keep mota namak or any of this in a steel container. Only glass, porcelain, yes. Now, so you can wrap the salt in red cloth and hang it outside your house. Okay, this is also very effective for Mangal Dosh. Very effective for people who got divorced, looking to get into a new relationship. People who want to get married. Very, very effective. But you know, somehow the marriage is not happening. You're not meeting the right guy. If you're meeting the right guy, he's not interested. Some kind of complications happening. All right. So this. Now, debt removal. If you have debts, clean your living space, your home every Sunday with mota namak or rock salt. Every Sunday. You clean, nice, and make sure there are no crystals of salt left. When you're cleaning, make sure the salt is all, mixed with the water. So it's not in crystal form. And if say you are earning good money, but you're unable to save. Why? Because no matter what you do, right, money just keeps draining. Just keeps draining from you. Like no matter what you try. In that scenario, keep 2 spoons of sea salt. Sea salt you can buy on Amazon, anywhere you are. 2 spoons of sea salt in a glass full of water and put this on the northwestern side of the house. Your money drain will stop. Alright? Now this you need to change every week. Every week. Now, say for instance, you are very fearful of something, you're afraid of something, ghosts, ghouls, spirits, if you've been a victim of possession, if you've felt the negative vibes of like say a spirit or an angry ancestor, right? Then you need to fill up such bowls of salt, mota namak, charge them with and keep them separately in front of the devta in your altar. Chant gang 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 gang, ask Ganpati for protection, and then go and keep this safely in every room of your house. Especially if you feel you are going through some kind of energetic parasitical infestation or something like that, jinns, what we call bhutnis, pretnis, or if you've done a sadhana. If you've done a sadhana without a guru, say for instance, to guide you, and now you're facing the negative backlash of that sadhana, or say you put a curse on someone, or say you put a vashikaran spell on someone and you were not meant to do that, then fill up bowls like this and put in every single room. Do nazar utarna for sure today, everybody. Now, the most interesting part, let's get straight to the remedies for each sign, each Rashi, and what to look for, not the sun sign, only ascendant and moon sign. Alright, only ascendant and moon sign. Aries, you will do lingam abhishekam with raw milk and curd and offer black sesame seeds to Shiva. The lingam, black sesame. If you don't have lingam, so I said that you can do your work on the Shrimedu, but it has to be of the correct dimensionality. So that's important. I have, and I've sent it to many people, but not so big, small 4x4 copper Shrimedu with correct dimensions. So, and the mantra for you Aries is Om Hraum. Hraum is also Surya Bij. Surya is exalted in your sun. Om Hraum. Om Hraum. Taurus. Shit, I missed your comment. You asked something about tropical astrology and constellations, right? They are different. They're 30 degrees apart. the tropical signs and the Vedic signs. So yes, the signs are completely different with the nakshatras in Vedic. Taurus, Vrishab Rashi, water abhishekam, water, pure water abhishekam, sandalwood tilak or ashtagandha tilak, and offering bel patta. See that? I don't think I see Ganpati. Those are bel pattas. So bel patta to be offered to Lord Shiva. Right? A mantra, you can just do Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. This is Vedic. Sorry, I just read your comment. It's Vedic. It's Vedic, not tropical. And look for moon sign or ascendant. Om Namah Shivaya. No, you have to look at Vedic. All Vedic. Forget tropical right now. Remedies always Vedic. Gemini, Mithun Rashi. Mithun Rashi, Hani Abhishekam. Hani Abhishekam. Alright, Madhu. What in Bengali we say Modhu. And Om Namah Kalan Bhairavaya, Kalan Kripalam, Om Phat. Om Namaha Kalan Bhairavaya, Kalan Kripalam, Om Phat. Om Namah Kala Bhairavaya, Kalam Kripalam, Om Phat. This for Mithun Rashi with Hani Abhishekam. This mantra to be done 108 times. So also Somvati Amavasyas. Cancer, Karaka Rashi. Offer mustard oil to Shani Dev today. Alright. Mustard oil to Shani Dev. And chant Om Chandramauleshwar Namaha. Om Chandramauleshwara Namaha. Om Chandramauleshwara Namaha. Mustard oil must be offered to Shani Dev. And once you've offered it, you can just donate it to a needy person. Alright. You can even light diyas with it. Okay. But donation always is better. Leo. I'm a vegan Leo. So, this is for non-vegan Leos. Abhishekam with pure ghee. Pure ghee. And if you if you're a vegan like me, then honey. I am using honey, rose water, almond milk, cashew milk, all of that. So if you are a non-vegan, you can use pure ghee and chanting of Reem Ram Namah Shivaya. Reem Ram Namah Shivaya. Reem Ram Namah Shivaya. Abhishek with pure ghee, otherwise with honey. Now Virgo, Kanya Rashi, Ganga Jal Abhishekam. Sugar and rice mixed together offered to people tree or Shiva or Ganesh, whoever is your Ishta Devta. Somvati Shiva is worshipped. Now Virgo, your thing to do, okay, so Leo, so pure ghee. If you can't do pure ghee, then honey, rose water. Virgo, Kanya Rashi, your mantra is Om chanting. Shut up. Om I'm getting there. This was for Virgo, Om chanting. Yeah, she's a rescue. That's why she's kind of like emotionally very needy, very needy. Here I'm talking with you guys, so she's like, oh, she's not showing me any attention. Let me flip up there. Libra, Abhishekam with curd. Lingam Abhishekam. I'm saying Abhishekam to Lingam or to Sri Medu. Libra, curd, Tularashi curd, sugarcane Abhishekam. Scorpio, Vrishchik Rashi, Ganga Jal, milk, sugar, Abhishekam mixed together. Alright, and Libra, your mantra. I forgot your mantra. Alright, Om Dram, Om Dram, Om Dram, Om Dram, Om Dram. Now Scorpio, I've told you that you're going to do Abhishekam with Ganga Jal, milk and sugar. Your mantra is Om Krom. Om Krom. Like that. Feel the vibration of the sound. Establish the sound in your body. Scorpio, you've got Om Krom. Now let's get to Sagittarius. You are going to do Abhishekam with water, Ganga Jal, saffron in it. Saffron, jaggery, and turmeric and raw milk. Alright. So if you don't want to use Ganga Jal, just do it with raw milk. So you fill it up with raw milk, you put a bit of saffron, you put some jaggery, you put some turmeric. Stir it up. Alright. You can even stir with Ankusha Mudra like this. Alright. And then offer to either Lingam or Medu. Om Brom, 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 Brom. For Sag. Now Capricorn is coconut water, Nariyal Pani Abhishek. Coconut water Abhishek and mantra Om Shram Shanishtaraya Phata. Om Shram Shanishtaraya Phata. Om Shram Shanishtaraya Phata. Alright. Pisces. Pisces. Raw milk. Again, saffron and Ganga Jal. You do Abhishek. And for you, Pisces, you will say Gram. 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 The Bij Akshar has to be pronounced in the way I'm showing you how my mouth is moving. Otherwise, it's not going to work. People with Kal Sarpa Dosh, please offer snakes made of silver wire to Shiva on a Somvati Amavasya to get relief from Kal Sarpa Dosh. Now, Kal Sarpa Dosh Khandan is a process that I do. So, if you're interested in that, drop me an email. So, this was my little offering to you on Somvati Amavasya. Yogini classes are going on, where you get one yogini teaching a day. It's like a write-up, and you get to practice, you get to learn about the archetype, you get to learn about the yogini in question. $11 for each class. So least amount of classes you can take is 11. So 11 into 11 is the cost of the basic cost of the class. There's 64 classes like this, yogini teachings. Alright, very rare, you won't find them anywhere. And if you want to connect to sadhana, yoginis will surely show you the path. Even if you want to connect to Bhairav, taking these yogini teachings can greatly help you understand different archetypes, different meditations, different Bij Aksharas, something for you to do every single day. Now, one of my tarot classes is finishing, tarot batch is finishing, 78 cards The course is for $900, 50% off for $450, one card a day, tarot card a day. Meditation on it, explaining the archetype. Those two classes are on tarot course as well as yogini teaching. Workshops Uchishta Ganapati is on 8 levels of Uchishta Ganapati, all the Dasha Mahavidyas. Books, 5 books are available: Kamakya, Kali, 2 on Uchishta Ganapati, 1 on Lalita Tripura Sundari Sri Vidya. And coming up is Bagalamukhi, the 8th Mahavidya, my personal, private, one of my favorite devis. And all of them are my favorites, but Bagalamukhi Tripura Sundari is my Ishta Devi. But Bagalamukhi is Varahi herself, and I have a very, very soft spot for her. I'm just completely crazy. Yes, please drop me an email. I am, yes, salt remedy, nazar utarna, and definitely learning Bhairo sadhana. Brahm Bhairavaya Klingvo Shat, Brahm Bhairavaya Klingvo Shat, Brahm Bhairavaya Klingvo Shat, Brahm Bhairavaya Klingvo Shat. Ultimate cleansing. Yes, Bagalamukhi new book coming up on Bagalamukhi. Support this by pre-booking this book. I'm working on it. It'll take some time. Alright, because I'm overpressed and I have to also do the videos. So I have to, continue. But support me. Become a member of the channel. Because, if you guys don't become members, then I will not have any. I mean, literally the membership is the only way I can earn money. Content and advertising. I'm not making any money on YouTube at all. So please become a member. Chaitra Navaratri is starting. So consider booking your workshops. It starts from March. So tons and tons to do and grow and learn and connect to the divine. If you're ready to do that, I am ready to guide you through this. So see you tomorrow. Hopefully I can say same time, hopefully. But see you tomorrow randomly like this. I'll be back 1:30 India time, because tomorrow we'll talk about some other really, really important things. I think we need to do and you, God, wanted a natal chart, drop me an email. Because very soon, I'm not really doing too many natal charts right now because of this Chaitra Navratri coming, and I had started natal charts full force. But Tina at tinaheals.com. TINA at tinaheals.com. Okay, so thank you. See you tomorrow. I don't know what topic it'll be. I'll just suddenly come up with it and we'll get on with the discussion. All right? So many blessings and speak soon. Bye-bye.